War Thunder update. What's new? The latest patch is here, and it's bringing some major changes. New vehicles, reworked mechanics, hidden fixes. We're breaking it all down. Which updates will have the biggest impact? What's truly exciting, and what might be a questionable decision? Let's go through everything step by step. Two long-awaited aircraft have finally arrived, the Su-30SM and the A-18. Both bring advanced avionics, powerful weaponry, and new tactical possibilities. But how do they compare? Is the Su-30SM a true air superiority fighter, or does it have weaknesses? Can the A-18 dominate both air and ground combat as expected? Let's take a closer look at their capabilities, advantages, and potential drawbacks. A-18A. The first step into the Hornet-era War Thunder now features multiple versions of the A-18, and we'll start with the earliest, the A-18A. This aircraft laid the foundation for all later variants, offering impressive capabilities right from the start. Its main strengths are high maneuverability, advanced avionics, and versatility. It performs well in both air combat and ground attack roles. However, compared to newer versions, its missile arsenal and onboard systems are more limited. The A-18A sits at a battle rating of 12.3, which means it won't face aircraft equipped with Fox 3 missiles. This gives it a significant advantage in air combat. For suspended weaponry, it can carry AIM-7MF Sparrow missiles and AIM-9L Sidewinders. At this BR, the Sparrow missiles are quite effective, and the ability to equip 6 AIM-9Ls increases the total missile count to 8. This is a considerable amount for 12.3, allowing you to secure multiple kills without needing to return to base. The best loadout, in my opinion, is 6 AIM-9Ls and 2 Sparrow missiles. This setup makes the A-18A a highly versatile aircraft, capable of securing numerous kills in a single sortie. And let's not forget, its exceptional maneuverability allows it to dominate almost any dogfight. While its strike loadout isn't the best, it's still a viable option for ground attack. The two AGM-62A guided bombs guarantee at least 2 kills, making them a reliable choice for precision strikes. In addition, it can carry Zuni rockets, which are highly effective against ground targets. While not as versatile as dedicated strike aircraft, this setup allows for a decent impact on the battlefield without sacrificing too much air-to-air capability. The premium Hornet closely resembles the A-18A, but comes with some key advantages. One of the biggest upgrades is the AIM-7P Sparrow missiles. These behave similarly to the R-27ER, offering better hit probability and making them far more reliable in combat. However, there's a catch. With a battle rating of 12.7, this version faces opponents armed with Fox 3 missiles, which is a major drawback. Despite this, skilled pilots can still make it work. In fact, during a simulator battle at 14-0, my friend was flying the A-18C Early while I was in the late variant. Even against significantly stronger opponents, he managed to rack up an impressive number of kills. This proves that, in the right hands, this aircraft remains a serious threat, even in higher tier. When it comes to ground attack, this version has a slight edge over its predecessor. With a wider selection of guided munitions, it offers more flexibility in striking ground targets. This makes it a more capable multi-role aircraft, giving it an advantage in mixed battles. While it's still not a dedicated strike jet, the improved weapon options make it a more effective choice for those who want a balance between air-to-air and air-to-ground combat. A-18C Late. This is the best version of the Hornet in the game, and for good reason. It carries a devastating loadout of 10 AIM-120 missiles and 2 AIM-9M Sidewinders, making it one of the deadliest jets at its tier. With 10 Fox 3 missiles, it can eliminate multiple enemies before even getting close, while the AIM-9M ensures dominance in close-range engagements. This version truly lives up to its name, delivering a lethal sting to any opponent. After flying it myself, I can confidently say it's an absolute powerhouse. If you're looking for a top-tier jet to grind, this is the one to go for. And now, let's talk about the long-awaited Su-30SM, which I believe is currently the best aircraft in the game. The new R-77-1 missiles have proven themselves to be outstanding, and honestly, they feel even better than the AIM-120. These missiles fly differently with a higher hit rate and more consistent performance. Personally, I'm a huge fan of these, especially after using the standard R-77s. The difference in accuracy and effectiveness is remarkable. If you haven't had the chance to try out the Su-30SM yet, I highly recommend it. It's truly a game changer. With 12 R-77's missiles, the Su-30SM has an absurd amount of firepower. You can essentially spam these missiles and never run out, making it a nightmare for opponents. My recommended loadout is 2 R-73s, 2 R-27ETs, and 10 R-77s, which offers a perfect balance of short, medium, and long-range capability. The maneuverability of the Su-30SM allows you to launch missiles, even against enemies directly behind you. It truly shines in simulator battles, where the new R-77s perform in fascinating ways when flying low. Unlike the AEM-120, the R-77s can rise to meet their target, and you don't need to pull up to avoid hitting the ground when launching. This makes the aircraft incredibly comfortable and forgiving in tight situations. With 14 missiles, this jet can wipe out half the enemy team, and in the hands of a skilled pilot, it becomes an absolutely terrifying threat. If you're looking for raw firepower and unmatched versatility, the Su-30SM is the aircraft you want. One more thing to remember about the R-77 missiles is their 50G overload, which makes them incredibly effective in close-range combat. Even if the enemy tries to evade, these missiles will continue to track and can make sharp turns under extreme angles, ensuring they'll hit their target. In close dogfights, the R-77s will turn and follow almost any opponent, making them nearly impossible to shake off. This combination of firepower and agility is what truly sets the Su-30SM apart, giving it a lethal advantage in any engagement. I had a chance to dogfight against the A-18 in simulator battles, and I can confidently say the Hornet is a formidable opponent. However, when faced with the Su-30SM, it's clear the Hornet just can't keep up. Despite being a tough adversary, the A-18 couldn't outmaneuver the Su-30SM. After a few attempts, it was forced to disengage and flee. The combination of the Su-30SM's superior agility, missile performance, and sheer firepower makes it a true powerhouse in dogfights. If you want to dominate the skies, this jet is the way to go. While the Su-30SM is an incredible aircraft, it does have one downside: handling at low speeds. At slower velocities, it becomes harder to control, and the aircraft tends to wobble significantly. However, this is something you can quickly get used to with a bit of practice. Once you learn to manage its behavior at low speeds, the jet becomes incredibly forgiving, and its other strengths more than make up for this minor drawback. It's just another part of the learning curve that turns a good pilot into a great one. In realistic battles, the sheer number of R-77 missiles allows for an aggressive playstyle. You can fire off 6 missiles at enemies from 30 kilometers out, then drop to low altitude to avoid retaliation. Even after this initial attack, you'll still have 6 more R-77s and 2 R-73s, giving you plenty of firepower for both long-range engagements and close-quarters dogfights. This flexibility makes the Su-30SM a deadly multi-role fighter. Sweden also gets its own F-18C, but with some noticeable downgrades. Unlike the other versions, this one lacks ground attack weaponry and doesn't have a helmet-mounted sight, making it less versatile. Despite these limitations, it still retains the core strengths of the Hornet: great maneuverability and a solid air-to-air missile loadout. If you're focused purely on air combat, it's still a capable fighter, but compared to other FA-18 variants, it feels a bit incomplete. One of the most useful changes in this update is the enhanced minimap. Now, you can switch between the ground and air map with a single button, making situational awareness much easier. Another great addition is the ability to set target markers for guided weapons, also with a dedicated button. This makes ground attack runs far more convenient, allowing for precise strikes without the hassle. These improvements will definitely make strike aircraft more effective and enjoyable to play. A long-awaited feature has finally arrived. Now you can recycle unused boosters, orders, and backups in exchange for new items or silver lions. This is a great way to clear out your inventory while earning something useful in return. I personally recycled almost everything I had and ended up with 1 million silver lions, a huge boost just from items I never used. If you have a stockpile of unused rewards, it's definitely worth checking out. A significant change for Leopard and Abrams tanks. Their horizontal turret drive module has been increased in size. This means that when a shell hits the turret, there's now a much higher chance of disabling the traverse system, making these tanks far more vulnerable in combat. Losing turret rotation in a fight can be a death sentence, so Abrams and Leopard players will need to be extra cautious when taking hits. This change adds another layer of strategy, making careful positioning even more important. Several maps have received redesigns and adjustments, including Sinai, Rhine, and Jungle. These changes aim to improve gameplay balance, sightlines, and overall flow. While the core layouts remain familiar, the tweaks could impact tactics and positioning. Whether these updates make the maps better or worse remains to be seen. but it's definitely something to watch out for in battles. When it comes to tanks, I didn't find anything particularly exciting to cover in this update. So that brings us to the end of the video. Thanks to everyone for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. And of course, drop a comment. Let me know if I missed anything important or just share your thoughts on the update. See you in the next one.